The state health department reported 13 new COVID-19 cases in Hawaii today. Oahu has the highest number with 6, Maui 2 cases, and there's 1 new case on the Big Island. There are also 4 new cases of Hawaii residents diagnosed out of the state in today's count, so that brings the statewide total to 517 cases. Opening schools without having to wait until a month passes with no positive COVID tests. That's what the health director says he's hoping to work out with the state public schools superintendent. Gina Mangieri is always investigating and has details.
Health experts say there are safe ways to roll out in-school attendance again whenever social distancing guidelines for other areas of the community are eventually relaxed, once COVID is mostly under control, but not necessarily eliminated. A recent DOE announcement caught teachers, parents, and the health department by surprise. No school reopening until there are no new cases for 4 weeks on each island.
We would expect to be living with COVID-19 for a long time, and to have to wait till the last case occurred and another 28 days is probably not going to happen. So I believe that was really a placeholder. We hadn't had a chance to talk with the superintendent about the issue.
We asked the DOE to explain the rationale and the source of the guidance they received for the decision. They told me the guidance was based on initial information from the CDC when this pandemic started to reach our state. As with all guidance during this evolving situation, it is subject to change as we get more information from county, state, and federal officials. Are you aware of any other state's school system that is saying that at this point?
No, I've talked to Christine Kishimoto about this, and in fact, we're planning to meet later this week to talk about some criteria that might be followed. I know she's receptive to looking at other alternatives, things that we could do sooner than that.
The DOE told me today we anticipate that a decision will be made this week regarding the remainder of the school year, and a plan for reopening schools will be further clarified at that time. A 30-page DOE document posted recently online includes the 4 weeks past the last positive reference. The Department of Education adds CDC links, which lead to school closure advice, none of which states a 4 weeks with 0 cases requirement. The CDC does provide guidance for safe ways schools can and do operate in areas with continued COVID spread.
I think we're going to probably be looking at opening schools in a stepwise manner, not all at once. But we would be possibly restricting activities at the schools to eliminate large gatherings, assemblies, activities where people gather together, which has in the past been very common.
The president of the HSTA, the teachers union representing 14,000 public and charter school educators across Hawaii, tells me we believe any decision to reopen schools must be made within the context of it being safe to do so.
I think there are ways we can do this without threatening the health of Hawaii, and we just need to be careful and measured about how we go about it.
The Department of Health says recent lower positive test numbers, a high rate of cases moving into the recovered or released from isolation category, and open hospital capacity are all moves in the right direction.
The opening of businesses is very important too, but that's largely dependent on whether the schools can open. If people have to take care of their kids at home, they're not going to be able to go back to work. I think reopening our schools is going to be really pivotal and will help us reopen the rest of the state. Without opening the schools, we're stuck. So I think that's going to be something we're going to be looking at sooner rather than later here in Hawaii.
I'm following up with more details on how online school can be delivered more effectively meanwhile, including closing gaps with connectivity and device access, and how to adequately service special needs and other populations while campuses are still off limits. Gina Mangieri, KHON2 News, always investigating.